Murdoch and Mike. Murdoch the mighty engine was a very proud engine who is pleased with his 10 driving wheels, and he preferred goods trains than passengers. But like Murdoch, Mike preferred goods trains than passengers too. He also loves collecting ballast from the mines and to the harbour. One morning, Murdoch popped into the big station, and at the big station, both Bert, Rex and Mike were waiting with him with the Fat Controller. The Fat Controller had some important news. You three are now becoming very good assets on my railway, he said. As an award for Mike, he said, you will be helping Murdoch take his special to the Duke and Duchess and Boxford's house, he said. Murdoch was excited. Sir, he said, I hope I can pull goods trains in time, only if you help Mike and be as quick as you can, he said. Then you will have time to do your other jobs, he said, and get some rest for the rest of tea time. I will, sir, said Murdoch. Come on, Mike, he said. The Duke and Duchess awaits. And then Murdoch and Mike puffed away. Later, Murdoch and Mike arrived at the yards. The surprise to them was the statue of the horse of Sodor. Murdoch was excited about this being his special. Mike looked puzzled. Is this supposed to be our delivery? He asked. Yes, said Murdoch, but he forgot Mike was helping him. Soon, he backed up into a siding and was coupled up to the flatbed truck that holds the statue of the horse of Sodor. Then he got out of the siding. Mike got out of his siding, buffered up to the back of the flatbed truck. Then they puffed on to the summer house. Just then, the two engines arrived, passed by the shed. Just then, Murdoch noticed that the engines inside the sheds were whistling cheerfully. Murdoch was happy, but the engines inside the sheds were whistling, not for Murdoch, not for the horse of Sodor, but for Mike. Mike felt grand. Murdoch looked unhappy. I am a mighty engine, he said. I will show engines on Sodor how splendid I am. I am proud and strong, he said. Then he decided to go to Shen Valley, which will be the quickest way to the Duke and Duchess's house. He knew so that the others won't make 3 cheers for Mike instead of him. They ran through the bumpy track. Some cables were still snapping on the horse of Sodor. Mike was worried, but Murdoch was going too fast and was not paying attention. And Mike was still worrying. Soon, the two engines hurried from the Sodor suspension bridge to the Action Canyon. By the time Murdoch and Mike went down the hill, they were almost at Shen Valley when Murdoch realised that there was work on the tracks. Murdoch had to slow down, but he already stopped. Some workmen were all cheering, not for Murdoch, not for the horse of Sodor, but for Mike. This made Murdoch even more jealous, and he decided to go through a bend to the Duke and Duchess's house. Then he began racing down the line. He went through a bumpy track that was very dangerous. All cables began to snap, and Mike was worried. "You better slow down, Murdoch," said Mike. "Me? Slow down?" said Murdoch. "Never." But then there was trouble. They raced through a bend, and the horse of Sodor tumbled off the flatbed truck and into a field, into the muddy marsh. Murdoch stopped, and he saw what had happened. Then he looked silly. "Oh no," groaned Murdoch. Now we'll never make it to the Duke and Duchess's house in time. I'll never be able to get a rest, or take my extra trains." Mike began feeling the same way too, but he had an idea. "Murdoch," he said, "I have an idea." "What?" "I have an idea. After we take the horse of Sodor back on the flatbed truck, can I take the front and you be the back engine?" Murdoch almost lost his temper, but agreed. "You can take the horse of Sodor to the front. I will be your back engine." This made Mike feel very happy. It took a long time for Mike's crew and Murdoch's crew to put the horse of Sodor back onto the flatbed truck. This time Murdoch was the back engine, and Mike took the front. They were coupled to the flatbed truck between them, and they set off to the Duke and Duchess's house. At last they've made it. Soon the Duke and Duchess noticed the horse of Sodor. Then they noticed both Mike and Murdoch at the same time. "Who is this engine?" they asked. "This is Mike," said Murdoch. "He's a mighty engine like me, but he's a very fine friend." Mike looked very happy. From now on, he had a friend that liked goods trains more than passengers, just like he does, and the two engines would always remain good friends.